How deep's on the tire?
You're good. You're good.
Our names are Mike and Heather. We're traveling the US in our van Appa on a mission to visit all 50 states. Subscribe and join us as we try to figure out this whole van life thing. As always, thanks for watching.
Hello and welcome back to our journey down the Pacific Coast Highway.
Or up, rather.
Yeah, up, rather. We're going north from south.
Yesterday we left the Big Sur area and it was just a massive travel day. We traveled up Highway 1, even over the Golden Gate Bridge, which was Mike's first time seeing it, past San Francisco, and we are here in the Redwoods National and State Forest. Today we are starting off at the Tall Tree Hike. It is a permitted one. We actually had to use a little code to get in here and down the long drive. We are only a few steps in now, but it is truly amazing to be amongst the giants here. And I can see why that this is a very coveted trail.
It's about 1.5 miles from the parking area out to the Grove, and then there's a 1 mile loop through that Grove area. It's 4 miles total, and there's about 600 feet of elevation gain, so a little bit easier than some of the ones we did in Yosemite. Well, easier than one specific hike we did in Yosemite.
Not easy.
So we are very excited to be here. Look at this massive tree. These redwoods are actually in the same family as the sequoias. I think they're all classified as sequoias, with this being a specific type, but you can see the really thick bark. I think it's about a foot thick on the large ones. These ones just grow so tall. You can look up and it's just absolutely amazing. But this one, I mean, you're dwarfed by it. It doesn't have the kind of width that the sequoias we saw in the Sequoia National Park had, but these ones definitely go up and up and up.
We are on the lookout for bears here because we've seen several of them while we've been in California and do have our bear spray, but even more cool than seeing a bear would be seeing Bigfoot. This Redwood area of California is like the Bigfoot capital of the world. There's been more sightings here than anywhere else in the world. It was here that they have like that infamous Bigfoot sighting video. Now, I read online that it's never been disproven that that's not a real one, but yeah, we definitely have our eyes out and we got our camera ready.
I got this picture in my closet. It's gathering dust right now, and the edges have been folded once or twice. It doesn't look the same no more, 'cause the sun has made it pale. I used to have it hanging on my wall some time ago.
Don't even tell me that that would not be the perfect Bigfoot house.
It is hollowed out all the way up. It'd be easy for a very tall hominid to go in here and sleep.
Like yourself?
Yeah.
A picture of you. A picture of you. And I remember every day that I spent.
More Bigfoot homes. No Bigfoot yet.
This has been just a really pretty hike. I think this kind of aesthetic really vibes with what Heather and I enjoy in terms of scenery and stuff like that. So walking through the woods, the ferns, the really tall trees, all of it has just been really great. And the hike has been up and down, but the fact that there aren't huge rocks to step over has made this a lot more comfortable. So this has just been really pleasant as we make our way out towards the Grove.
The fact that we have this nice canopy of trees and shade is also very pleasant. It is very surreal to just look up and not even be able to see the top, because these are some of the world's largest trees. So unlike the sequoia, where you can see how wide they were, you could always kind of see the top, but here it's just so incredibly impressive because they just go up and up and up and don't ever end. Or at least seem like they don't. Now that doesn't mean that the redwoods aren't just as impressive width-wise. If you look at how big this is. It's just so massive this way and up.
Even with Mike's rather large frame and being tall, still dwarfed in its size.
Yeah.
So we just finished the Tall Tree Loop, which is at the end of the Tall Tree Trail. It was very cool to be able to see the ground and the trees that had fallen and all the foliage that grows over it. It was very natural and beautiful, and it really makes you feel like you're in a fairy tale forest.
This has been a really nice trail. I'm glad that we were able to get a permit to come out here. It definitely was worth it.
Yeah. No Bigfoot yet, but I'm still hopeful.
And look at it. So we've seen the millipedes that are crawling around here, and there's a banana slug just on the trail. I was starting to look here in the trees, and so I had started looking near the roots, but there's one right there on the trail. Finding all the banana slugs now.
There's another banana slug right next to the walk-through tree. We made it back to the van after that trailhead. The switchbacks kind of got me at the end, but definitely a trail worth doing. I do like the permit system. It makes you kind of feel special that you know a secret code and can get in there. Very glad that we got to do it. Didn't see any Bigfoot, but did get to see the banana slugs and the millipedes that this area of the world is known for, so that was pretty neat. And there's still time, so. After our hike, we continued to travel south out of the park. Unfortunately, all the campgrounds in and around the state and national parks are completely booked. But what we did was backtrack a little bit outside of the park, and we are now at a rest stop about 7 minutes before you actually enter the park. There's lots of other campers here with us, so it's kind of turned into its own little campground here.
Heather has made us a fantastic meal of spaghetti.
Well, we don't know if it's fantastic yet. We haven't tried it.
I'm sure it is. We were able to have spaghetti tonight after a day of hiking and to energize us for some more hiking tomorrow. After a really nice dinner and getting everything set up for bed mode, I think this is where we're gonna leave you tonight. Tomorrow, we've got a really great hike that I'm super excited for.
So we'll see you on the trail. Good morning and happy day 2 here in the Redwood National Park area. We are headed to the Fern Trail now, but it is going to be quite an adventure just to get to this hiking spot. I haven't told Mike yet, but you actually have to cross a little stream to get there, so fingers crossed that the stream isn't flowing too hard and Appa can make it.
The area we're going to hike was actually a filming location for one of the Jurassic Park movies. So it should be a really, really cool, unbelievably awesome hike today. Look at the little quails. No! Why are these the dumbest birds? Oh man. They are not the most intelligent birds, it seems.
They are cute though.
They are very cute. Okay, this is one of those hills.
Yeah. Come on, Appa. You can get up the hill.
Our van isn't the fastest at going up hills, but it always makes it. And thankfully we don't have anybody behind us because we're definitely those people that hold up the line of cars, just chugging along, and then we have to pull over when we get the chance.
Yeah, look at this though. Look at all the ferns just through here. So this is another hike that you need a permit for. So we got that checked by the park ranger as we made our way in. Got our annual pass checked, which was coming in clutch for us again. I think it's paid for itself the first time, not the time since I lost it. So still got a few more trips to national parks to make, but we are about 4 miles down the road from the trailhead. 2 miles down the road is the stream crossing that Heather told me about this morning. We should be okay, but we'll just be a little bit careful going through.
In my defense, I really wanted to do this because this is where they shot Jurassic Park, and I know Mike is a little bit weary of taking our van off-roading. Me, on the other hand, has full confidence that our van can do it. Better to ask for forgiveness than permission, right? That's the saying.
It'll be
fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't know how stream the stream crossing is. Oh, here we go.
Oh, there's a stream.
How deep's on the, it is on the tire?
You're good. You're good.
Oh, that really wasn't bad. Did you make it without getting wet?
For the most part.
That's good. Maybe the next time we'll go right through the middle of it on our way out.
Who are you? It said that it could actually get pretty deep, but I think we hit it in a good day.
Yeah, I think there hasn't really been rain anytime recently. This one's kind of steep though.
You're fine.
The steep aspect.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That didn't sound good.
No, I forgot that the back had to do the steep drop and just kind of kept going. So 2 stream crossings down, and I think that's it. So we got about 2 miles to go on the rest of the trail.
Stream number 3. Oh.
We're gonna do it this way so we don't hit any of the huge bumps. There we go. This is a really pretty drive though, because you're right in the middle of all of this greenery. These are the times that we're really happy to have a vehicle the size of Appa, because we can get into these places and do some of these things that I think would have been impossible to do in a bigger RV.
Especially this specific trail, they don't let RVs or anything longer than I think 22 feet down here, so definitely thankful we have our van. While Mike is putting on his hiking shoes, I figured I'd break out the map and show you where the Fern Valley Loop is. So today we are going to be doing the Fern Canyon Loop Trail, which is only 0.6 miles and labeled as easy.
So a nice, easy, pretty hike for us to do today. And then we have a few other things on the agenda for today as well.
Yes. There are several other long and moderate and strenuous hikes throughout these woods as well that we now have permission to go on because we have the permit, but Fern Canyon is definitely the most coveted area and it's the easiest, so sounds like my type of hike.
This one I think will be nice to just kind of take in the sights and scenery, and I'm very much looking forward to that.
Oh, this is cool. This is probably why they shot Jurassic Park here. It says the coast redwoods is the tallest living thing on Earth. Fossils show that relatives of today's coast redwoods thrived during the Jurassic era 160 million years ago. So
That's
these
cool.
would have been the trees that the dinosaurs saw.
Look at the walls up there. This is really cool. This is really, really cool.
The hills they seem all green, but they hide all the monsters. And you kept holding my hand as you reached for water. On the hills by the lake, you were chasing your dream. And I gave you a rose that you kept on seeing, kept on seeing. It was worth the fight.
Look at this. Just all of the moisture coming out of the walls. It also keeps the plants alive. It just makes this really cool waterfall.
So we are deep in the canyon now. You can hear the water trickling, all the cool ferns. It just goes on so high and it does really feel like you're just transported back into time.
This place really is amazing. I have to say, of the hikes that we've gone on, this is maybe the most beautiful. Just with the ferns on the canyon walls, the stream running through the middle, the sound of the water coming down. It's just absolutely amazing. If you're in this area, you have to do this hike.
There are 2 types of people hiking. One where you come across the river and get in, regardless of what the shoes you're wearing. That'd be me. And then you have Mike, who takes every way possible to not get wet.
My feet are dry. That wasn't that bad. All right, soaky feet.
They're not that bad.
Yeah, as they're pouring water out. I'm not a fan of muddy feet, wet feet, don't like it. So I will avoid it. Meanwhile, Heather, those are fully submerged. Yeah, no.
Oh! That was close though.
Staying clean, staying dry.
That's no fun.
Oh no.
Our favorite thing.
Stairs. Okay, you take the cool scenic way, I'll take the dry way.
Uh-oh.
Peep the shoes. Wow. It's just so green.
It's so Jurassic.
Or Cretaceous or Triassic. I think we were coming to the end of this Fern Canyon loop, which was absolutely amazing. I think this may have been one of my favorite hikes. Even though it's a short one, it just was totally unbelievable how beautiful everything was. It felt manufactured, like walking through the rainforest exhibits at a zoo, because everything was just so amazing. Yeah, it was magical, really. It definitely was a fairly easy trail to do. There is a little bit of climbing and scrambling over trees and, well, downed trees and stuff like that.
Not if you're willing to get your feet wet. So
that's
put your
true
Tevas
as well.
on.
Yeah, so Tevas or Chacos or hiking sandals or Crocs or whatever it is you got going for you. Really, just absolutely worth it. I'm so glad that Heather was able to get this permit booked, because this has been the highlight, I think, of my experience here in the Redwoods.
Hey, while you're back there, can you give me a new pair of socks? Now that we have completed our Fern Canyon hike and the strenuous 0.01 miles back to our van, we are headed down the scenic byway where there's supposed to be some pretty cool overlooks and stops. It's a little bit foggy here today, so I don't know how vast we'll be able to see, but I don't doubt that the views won't be amazing nonetheless. But before we hit that scenic drive, we still do have to cross those 3 streams.
But with much more confidence this time.
I'm out of breath. You whisper gently to the silent trees. I won't forget.
And just like that, blue skies. So we are in Crescent City now, and we are heading over to Elk Valley Road because we can take that over to the Howland Hill Road, which is a scenic byway, and along that is Stout Grove, which has some of the best views of the Redwoods because there is a grove without a lot of other trees in there obstructing the view. So I think we may be able to see some of those 300-foot tall redwoods at this location.
I almost missed our turn.
So we are just now kind of, I think, entering into Stout Grove, and these trees are literally massive.
And they're so close to the road.
Yeah.
It's all pretend. Don't you worry now. Don't you worry now, my love.
Sign for Stout Grove. We made it. Off of this scenic byway is the Stout Grove, which we saw in our map and informational guide has some of the most amazing views of the redwoods because there are less of the other trees around, so you can see all the way up to their full height, kind of like these ones here. This area actually gets a decent amount of flooding, and the redwoods, as part of their makeup, have shallow roots, so they don't go down as far and suffocate like other trees, which allows them to live here, thrive, grow to their max height, and not have other trees obstructing the view of them.
The trunk size is huge though.
It's just amazing.
Your day was rough, an easy slip and then you're out the door. You had enough, these empty vows come again no more. Oh, it's all pretend, so don't you worry now, don't you worry.
So that's going to be a wrap here in the Redwood State Parks and National Parks here in Northern California. I'm glad that we really got a chance to explore these beautiful parks, and I think for the rest of the day we're going to head towards Oregon because this is also a wrap on California. We're not only going to find a Planet Fitness for a shower, do some laundry, maybe grab some pizza, but also I feel inspired now to go see the new Jurassic Park movie that just came out. So that's probably going to be on our agenda for the rest of the night as well.
For any of you keeping track, California was our 25th state, so drawing California to a close means we are now halfway done with our journey to see all 50 states, and it feels really good.
So tonight, when we cross over the border into Oregon, we will officially be more than halfway done, which is a little bit bittersweet because I'm very excited to continue this journey, but also to say that we're more than halfway done now means that we're on the other side of it, which means that this might be coming to a close sooner than I'd like.
Yeah, and don't worry though, we still have a ton of adventures. We're still going to all of the other 25 states. We have so much to see. We have big plans for the rest of the country, but we still are making our way up the Pacific Coast Highway. So next stop is Oregon as we continue north along the Pacific Coast. Thank you so much for watching this far. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them down in the comments.
Oh, if you believe in Bigfoot or not, leave it down in the comments. We didn't see any besides Mike being the Bigfoot.
That was really bad.
But if you believe or not, leave it in the comments.
Yes, let us know, and we'll keep a tally of believers versus non-believers. I guess anything's possible. That'll be me hedging my bets. But yes, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.